What happens when you trade that big house for a simpler lifestyle? Well, we are seeing so much of that with the boomer community and our older seniors now. And it's been a trend for quite some time. Making a move and downsizing in South Florida is more than just making the move, it's a lifestyle change. For many seniors and boomers, it's about uh, lowering expenses, less maintenance fees, and a simpler way of living. I'm Michelle Belisari. I am with Real Broker, and I am your senior real estate specialist, downsizing empty nester specialist. And I'm here to talk to you a little bit about what's going to happen when you trade the square footage for something a little less overwhelming. Well, let's talk about simplifying everything across the board. Having a home is very expensive these days. The number one expense being homeowners insurance, right? So when you're considering making a downsizing change, you're not going to have that crazy expense, right? And we're coming into hurricane season as of this recording. So who knows what's going to happen with rates at the end of the year when we get those quotes. So you lower your maintenance, you lower your expenses, you lower the outside maintenance of landscaping and pool service, etc. So when you're making a change and you're deciding, okay, I'm going to go to something smaller, that is going to simplify everything across the board for you. Let's talk about flex, gaining financial flex. When you sell that big house, you are now going to free up some finances, hopefully. And you're not going to have the big electric bill. You're not going to have the big pool bill. You're not going to have all of these other bills that you've been paying on large square footage, right? Not to mention potential repairs when your AC goes out, or maybe you have a roof leak or something like that. Downsizing into a smaller property, a condo, or even living with your adult children lowers all the expenses, potential repair costs, and really can give you peace of mind. It also frees up time for you to maybe do the traveling that you always wanted to do or pick up a very significant hobby. So keep this in mind when you're considering selling your big house. Another thing that comes up a lot down here in South Florida is people who have two-story homes or even three-story townhomes that may not have an elevator. So once you decide it's time for me to make a move, maybe you've been in a home like that and it's time for you to transition into a single family villa, a single story condo. Also, finding a property that might have walk-in showers already, maybe grab bars are already done. I am also seeing a lot more of people selling their big homes and moving closer to their families or moving in with them and spending time with them and making new memories with grandchildren and even their adult children. Now, let's face it, we're in South Florida, not the villages. But what we do have here is an abundance of 55 plus communities that have amazing amenities, all different types of properties, from condos to villas to small single family homes with and without pools, much smaller, but vibrant communities with crazy cool amenities. If you're playing pickleball or you like to play cards or mahjong, maybe you like lectures, and you want to just not have the maintenance of a pool at your house. I've got to tell you, these communities are absolutely fantastic. And when I tour them, the clubhouses are just insanely beautiful. You have 55 plus communities, number one. You might be interested in moving into a lovely independent living community. When you move into an independent living community, that could include dining, amenities, arts outings, things like that. Not to mention lots of activities similar to a 55 plus community. I once had a client that had a beautiful, beautiful property on the ocean, but all of their friends were moving to an independent community here in beautiful Boca Raton. And they made the decision that they were done with the maintenance fees and potential assessments at the condo community they were in that looked over the ocean, and they moved into a lovely independent community that, which leads to my next piece, has a assisted living community also in the community and memory care. So it is a seamless scenario if you are thinking of independent living, potentially thinking ahead that what happens if you need assisted living or memory care. Now, I've mentioned this a multitude of times, but condo living has always been a very popular choice of people that want to move out of a big home and have a little more maintenance-free kind of lifestyle. Now, right now, I would say it's a buyer's market for the condo living situation. The only thing you're up against is potential assessments due to some of the laws that were passed, depending on the number of stories in the building, the location of the building, but there's always going to be assessments in a condo. So you need to be aware of that. And also the maintenance fees can go up. So I always say buyer beware on that, but condos, always a popular choice too. So if you don't live in Boca Raton or Delray Beach or Boynton Beach or one of our surrounding lovely communities in Palm Beach County or Broward, here's some of the reasons you might want to consider you're selling your property elsewhere in the country to come here. Number one, Florida has no state income tax, which is a big plus. Number two, no matter where you go down here in South Florida, we have gorgeous beaches. Boca in particular has gorgeous beaches and not overdeveloped on those beaches. The city, in its great wisdom, has parks like Spanish River Park, and you have the pavilion at the end of Palmetto. You have the county park at the inlet. So we have lots of beautiful beaches here, and we have lots of parks here. We have world-class amenities in our area. Boca in particular is world-class, from restaurants to shopping to what the community has to offer, events that are going on, but so does some of the other cities. Delray Beach always has a great vibe with Atlantic Avenue, West Atlantic, their beaches are fantastic. There's shopping everywhere, food. I mean, everywhere you go, there's a great restaurant, right? We also have very good healthcare in Boca Raton. Right now, over by Boca Raton Regional Hospital, they are creating a complete corridor there and adding on to this fantastic medical facility. But we have a number of centers here, Lynn Center for Women. We have, the Cancer Center here. We have so many things going on, not to mention we have West Boca Medical Center, which is out in the western part of Boca Raton in the county. So we have access to excellent healthcare here in Boca Raton, in Delray Beach. We have Miami, an hour away. And so we have a lot of medical care in our immediate area if this is something that, is a concern for you. You might be wondering, how can I, as a realtor, help you downsize? Well, there's a few ways. If you are downsizing and watching this video and you live elsewhere, I know some of the best real estate agents in the country. I can connect you with very good agents who also have the senior real estate designation as I do, or it may be a situation where you have had the loss and you're selling because you don't want to live in the home or you can't live in the home anymore. So I can connect you with those individuals that are awesome, by the way, and who can help you plan. If you live here, I have been working in the area for over 20 years, and I have been working in particular with seniors downsizing and their families for over 12 years now. So I help coordinate vendors, getting things cleaned up for you, coordinating, connecting you with even an elder law attorney if that's something that you need to do. So I can walk you through a variety of steps, whether I'm giving a referral to you if you live elsewhere or if you live locally. By the way, I've lived in Boca Raton since 1978, so I know the area really well, and not just Boca. I know the surrounding cities. In my previous life, was a pharmaceutical rep, and I had accounts from Vero Beach all the way down to Miami. So I can help you brainstorm through where the best location might be for you to move to, whether you're moving into our area or whether you are selling your big house here and downsizing into something smaller. And I work with adult children frequently. So if you are watching this and you're a relative or an adult child of someone who needs to make a move, especially if you have a situation where your parent is needing to go into independent living, assisted living, or memory care, let me help. I'm also connected with a number of the nonprofits here locally for Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, and I can certainly help you get connected with them. And then also, I can help you get connected with some of these facilities if that's the direction that your family needs to go in. Now, I do have a number of blog posts on sobocarealestate.com, and that link is in the description. You can also find out a lot about our local community at soboca.com, also linked below. So let's make a move together. If you are going to need some help and you need to game plan a little bit, I'm a big football fan, so I'm always looking at, how do we get down the field and into the end zone seamlessly and smoothly? Let me guide you all the way and connect you with the trusted people that I work with and come up with a playbook that is going to work specifically for you and your needs. If you're ready to explore your options, just connect with me below. I have a link where you can set up a time confidentially and we can chat about your situation. If you're interested in getting a property value, there's also a link down there too. I'll see you on the next video.